You know, if somebody is really into bicycle racing, there's plenty of opportunities, not only in this area, but across the country to find a race to enter.
Now, that's not the case for a man from Erie County. He has a different kind of bicycle. John Last takes us to the streets of Edinburgh for this edition of The Last Word.
I want to show you my bike. It's easy to get on and off. It's easy to start and stop. It's a nice, smooth, and safe ride. There's nothing unusual about this bike at all. This is Nate Latimer on his bike, cruising the streets near Edinburgh Lake. His bike is unusual. It's an old-fashioned high-wheeler bike. This was the style back in the late 1800s. In England, the bike was called a penny farthing. Nate owns 814 Outdoor Sports in Edinburgh. He never thought about riding one of these bikes until 4 years ago, when a customer came into the shop who owned one and wanted Nate to sell it.
So I told him I would if I could ride it. And you know, I started messing around with it, started getting a little bit faster.
Nate enjoyed that old-fashioned bike. He would ride it around town. He would ride it in parades. He served as the director of the quad bike race, and he rode the bike in that race. He admits that he loved the attention he received.
You know, I'd go around training and everyone would just get so excited when they saw me, and I need motivation to train. So it worked out really well.
Last year, Nate decided to find a race that featured only penny farthing bikes. He found just one, a half-miler in Frederick, Maryland. He trained, he entered, he did okay. This year, he entered again. He finished 14th in a field of 60 racers.
And since it's the only race in the country, I can technically say I'm the 14th fastest penny farthing racer in the country. I don't know how true that is, but it's fun.
Nate still gets curious looks when he rides by. He still gets a lot of questions. The most popular question is, how the heck do you get on and off? Nate explains that he pushes the bike forward, then uses a peg at the rear of the bike to climb on. He slows the bike down and uses the peg again to dismount. Oh yeah, there's no brakes on this bike, and that gets dangerous sometimes.
Sometimes it gets a little scary because somebody will pass me in a car and they'll immediately stop because they want to ask me a question or take a picture or something, and it's really hard for me to, I can't do an immediate stop.
Nate still loves to answer the questions. He loves posing for the pictures. He loves riding his old-fashioned bike. With the last word in Edinburgh, John Last, Erie News Now.
Oh, you just knew he had to try. And Nate's family, of course, Craig Latimer, his father, well known for organizing the quad games for decades.
And Nate says he would love to someday organize a local race featuring those old-fashioned bikes. That was the question I had. How do you get on? How do you get off?
Yeah, he makes it look so easy.
He does.
We'll be right back.